just wanted to say a quick thank you to every single person out there that wished me a happy birthday. This is a huge testimony for me because, you know, with everything that I've been going through and the doctors telling me this and that, you know, it becomes overwhelming and stuff. But when you have faith in God and you just keep that faith, you know that everything is going to turn out all right for you. That's the whole purpose of faith.
The results came back at the end of the stem cell transplant, so after a month and something, the doctors, they were like, Rose, we don't know what to tell you, but nothing happened. I could barely walk. I had to be bathed by the nurses, moved by the nurses. I had my scan again, and I went into the hospital when they told me to come in for my results. I went into the hospital with my dad, and we were sitting there waiting for like 2 hours for this doctor to come in. I don't know why it was taking them that long.
I know why.
I now know. They were discussing the results, like what is going on right now. Like, what do we tell this girl that we've been telling this girl she's gonna die from 2013. It's now the end of 2016.
They have written you
How
off.
do we tell her that everything we said was bullocks? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do we tell her that?
I bet they're like, it's because someone else.
This is crazy.
This is not normal.
It's not normal. So the doctor comes in and I'm sitting there like gripping the end of my seat. My dad's sitting there and I'm just like, and she goes, okay, Rose, I don't know. We got good news. Okay, we got two things. There is no sign of cancer in your body. And I said, excuse me?
Come at me
Can
again.
you say that again? She's like, there is no sign on these scans of cancer in your body. And I said, does that mean I'm cancer free? She's like, right now it looks like the cancer is in remission.
Hallelujah!
I was in shock.
Yes.
Like I was, you know, when I was expecting her to say that, but when she said it, I was like, yee! You know, I was frozen. Like I didn't know what to do. My dad was like, hey, my dad.
Got it, friend.
Yeah. He's like, hey, shit, you know.
You got it, friends. Come hard, yo. Yeah.
And my dad's like, did you hear? Calm down. What's in your panel? You know, did you hear that? You know? And I was like, yeah. You know, but I was just like overwhelmed at that point. I couldn't even react. I was overwhelmed. So then she goes, you know, we're gonna talk about scheduling you in for follow-up checks and da-da-da. At this time, that's the second time thing that she wanted to say. I didn't mean.
You didn't hear her after
I didn't even hear what was going on.
After 3 years to 4 years of battling cancer, that's what you hear.
That's what I hear. So then I was like, she was like, okay, so that's it. She's like, congratulations, Rose. Congratulations. And I was like, you know, walked out of the office. I didn't even say nothing to her. Me and my dad get into the parking lot. Now it's like, now all the reality hits me. And I looked back at my dad who was walking behind me and said, Dad, I'm cancer free. And he's like, yes, you're cancer free. And then me and my dad held each other. We're both in the parking lot. We're screaming. I was like, ah! And like we're jumping around the parking lot. And people are just walking by us. And I was like, oh my God, I'm cancer free. You know?
Oh my God.
And my dad's like, yeah. You know? So then right away we went to my mom. We got in the truck. We went to the shop. And that's when I made the video, my cancer-free video.
Yes.
And I made a video where I announced to my family members. My sister, when I walked in, my sister saw my face. She's like, I know what you're going to say. I know it. Christiana. My sister Christiana said it. And then I said, I am officially cancer-free. And everyone in the shop was like, ah! You know, and then, man, that video went viral.
Yes!
I think that video has like 40,000 views right now.
That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot to
That's a lot of people seeing that testimony.
Yes.
And you know, I promised God, even before I started my journey, I said to God, I made a covenant. I made a covenant with God, and I said, God, I know you're gonna get me through this. I don't know your timing, but I know you're gonna get me through this. And when you do, I'm gonna share my testimony to the world.
Amen.
Let me tell you guys this. I've made videos of my testimony. The video's gone viral. I've gone to Nigeria and given my testimony in front of 30,000 people. I've been on TV, Love World TV, you know, and it's like everything that, and of course my social media vlogs. I just live my life on my social media. You know, I just post of me living my life to show that when God gets you out of something, you will not look like that situation that you were in previously. I don't look like someone that was dying. I don't look like someone that was sick. I don't look like that. Because thank God you do not look like what you've been through when you are with God. So people are always constantly like, Rose, why aren't you, post more herbs, post more. I do. I post stuff like that, like, especially in my social media. But I have my life back too. And I have to live my life. And I have to live my life and show that my life is not all about cancer. My life was given to me to be lived as well, and I'm gonna live it with joy. I'm never gonna stop telling my testimony. That's something
Yes,
that
because
never.
I feel like after this, the Lord will open doors that you have never,
Amen.
ever
I take it
seen.
in Jesus' name.
You will be in front of TED Talk. You will be in front of people professing God's glory. Hey.
Amen. Oh.
Continue,
thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
I thank you, Lord.
This lady is going to be one of the biggest motivational speakers in
Amen.
the world. Take it or leave it. We've claimed it here.
Amen. You know, so I've had so many people, and let me tell you this. Not one, not two, but 3 people. That one was prostate cancer, one was breast cancer, and the other one I think was lymphoma or cancer free as well. Simply because of, you know, they said that they got, you know, watching my videos and doing my diet and changing the way they think.
They think, okay.
And changing the way they think, they're cancer free. And you know, they post on my wall sometimes. They post on my wall saying, "Oh my goodness, this girl helped me, you know, through cancer." And it's not me. It's not me. It's God, the word of God, and the fact that I lived it and I can share it and show people how to activate their faith.
Yes.
That's what's doing.
Amen.
That's the crazy thing. You know, when you activate your faith, all things are possible. All things are possible.
Amen.
And also when you activate your faith, you're just filled with so much
joy.
Excitement. You know what I'm saying? You're just filled with so much excitement at what's to come, because you know that this is not the end. You know that God, that's the thing, when God does something for you, he uses you for different things.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I know the doors that are coming my way are crazy.
No, millions of people. I already know, because I feel like, I don't know. It's not. I've already, like, as God said, He uses people. So God is using this moment to anoint what He's going to do.
Amen.
You have a big future ahead of you.
Amen.
And you're beautiful. So God knew what to choose.
Well, this girl too right here. She's talking about me. Look at her. She's about to. Who have you interviewed? I'm on her Snapchat. This girl's interviewing Yami. What's his name? Limited Flavor. Who else? She's interviewed Mr. Easy. She's interviewed every big name there is in Africa.
Okay.
Literally.
Okay.
Your doors.
Okay.
Your doors are already open.
Today's the blessings is for you today. You know, I know. Let's just continue, because I know God is already doing it.
Amen.
But for you to be here, at least you know God is going to take you places.
Amen.
Places that you probably have to stand in front of millions of people and you will not even understand. But I'm preparing you. You know,
Amen.
I'm preparing you. You know what I mean?
Amen.
Yeah. So
God is taking us higher and higher.
Higher.
There's no limit.
Yes.
There's no limit.
Yes.
Oh, and for those of you that don't know, I didn't say my information.
Please tell them. Tell them.
I'm gonna be posting more stuff on my YouTube channel, Journey Abena Rose.
Yes.
Also my Instagram, Abena Rose, and my Facebook, Rosie Rose.
Yes.
Okay. And also my Snapchat.
Yes.
My Snapchat Garish Duo.
Okay.
I post more of my herbs and stuff on my Snapchat.
Okay.
I'm gonna aim to post more of it on my. You know what I should do? I should make a tab for my herbs on Instagram.
Yes, but you know what I think you should do, and if like God knows, maybe one day if you have time again, you could come over and show us your remedies physically, like do it with us professionally.
I can do a few because there's a lot. I can't do a lot.
You can't do a lot, but like I'm just saying, even your own time too. Like show us your remedies. Like you could just show us your remedies 100 times. You don't care. We'll sit there and watch. Like we'll sit there and watch. I bet someone's like, I don't care how many times you show us, I'll do it. Like show them.
Actually, if you go on my YouTube channel, I have videos of me making the remedies.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but we can make certain remedies together and juices too.
Yes.
Because I was getting so many people asking me about what did you take? So I actually went on my YouTube and I recorded myself making all.
Make it again. I'm telling you, Rose. I'm telling YouTube. The thing about YouTube, you tell us once, we heard you. We have to sometimes you have to continue claiming it. Take it. So maybe somebody needs to see the videos continuously. Like I know it sounds pretty silly, but you have to continue to do it. I'm sorry. Just do it.
Yeah, I'll post them again.
Yes,
I'll remake. Or what do I do? Some of them I'm not taking anymore because there's certain things that you don't need to take when you're not sick.
No, but just please, like, take us through the whole
about
thing.
it.
Yes, like, take us through the whole thing again. I know it sounds crazy, but living through it, I feel like somebody is watching, and through this, you don't know who you're inspiring. And I'm telling you, God richly bless you for coming today, sharing your story. And please, before you go, tell them, like, someone who's, like, tell them from your heart, someone who's going through the same thing, tell them what you would want them to hear.
Okay, so if you are someone that is dealing with any kind of illness, let's say cancer, because that's something that I went through, or you know someone that is dealing with any, you know, kind of illness like that, I just want you to say the first step is to not accept it. The first step is to believe that you will win. You have to believe with every part of your body. You have to believe with on a cellular level. You have to believe that the cancer is not stronger than your faith and your will to live. Because if you don't believe that, and you believe that, you know, what the doctors are saying is what's final. I mean, these doctors are doing their job. I'm not painting them as bad. They're doing their job. But doctors don't have the final say. God does. Especially in my world, that's what I 100% believe. So I never once thought that I was going to die from cancer. And I think that was key. You cannot think that way, because if you think that way, that's what's going to happen. You're going to manifest that, because what we think eventually becomes what we say, and what we say is powerful. The Bible tells us our tongues are very powerful. So you must believe 100% that you will win. And you have to claim that from the beginning and keep saying that. I have won. I am cancer free. I am diabetes free. I am. And also, some people think, oh, you know, I've said it. I have the faith, so God's going to do the rest. God can do that 100%. But God gave us a brain for a reason. And he gave us people that are intellectual in terms of nutrition and health and da-da-da. So you need to take that into your hands as well. Start eating better. Start taking herbs. Start doing better for yourself. You can't keep the same lifestyle and think that, it's going to be fine. God sees that too. God sees what you're putting in. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't need you to put nothing in. But he gave us a brain. He manifested that. He built this from scratch for a reason, because he wants us to utilize it. You know, so I was able to do my research and open doors for myself in terms of natural remedies, and I was able to use that in my faith. And every time I would use that, I would pray over everything I drank or ate. I would say, God, I'm turning this into the blood of the Lamb. I'm going to take this, and it's going to purify my system. It's going to flush all cancer cells out of my body. My cells are functioning properly now. Every time I drank something, I would purify it and bless it. So just have faith. It's not easy. And some people will say, oh, but the doctors, I don't have a lot of time. I was literally given 2 months. Literally. And the doctor said, if you're lucky, and this is saying, she was like, this is not going to happen. But if you're lucky, you might have a year. And the year is not going to be easy. And even with that, I survived. Because, not just survived, I thrived. Because I believed. And I laid on the word of the Lord. So I just want to say, do not be disheartened. Don't let the naysayers, don't let the negativity get into your head. You have to purify your space. One thing I had to do was I had to cut out friends that were not believing in my journey. Even certain family members that didn't believe like what I was doing was correct. Pretty much all my family was supportive though, but there was, there's always that one person. I had to purify my space so that my mind was in a place of positivity and faith. That was it. If you said anything contrary or made me feel contrary to what I was believing in, you had to go. Okay? Because people can infiltrate your mind and make you think that what you're doing is incorrect. I'm not here to tell anyone what to do. I'm just here to tell people what I did. So, and hope that what I did can help them on their own personal journeys. All I do know is that for your body to react in positivity, you have to be filled with positivity. And a lot of times it's so much harder to be filled with positivity when there's negativity around you. So clear your space, clear your spirit, and just enrich yourself in God and enrich your life and what you're putting into your body with what, herbs and everything like that. And I'm telling you, and if you have faith, all things are possible. Even when they say you're in your deathbed, it is possible. You can do this. I did it.
One thing I did learn from this entire session is with faith, by hearing and believing, it is yours.
Amen.
And another thing, take it.
Take it.
Take it.
Take it.
Yes, that's what I learned from today, and honestly, I'm so inspired. This applies to everywhere in my life, and I feel like if there's a cancer means unusual
multiplication of
cells. If you feel there's something in your life that is cancerous in your life, as she said, you have to take it out. Throw out the garbage. Cut.
Coupe.
Coupe. Cut it out. So yes, is there anything else you would like to share that we must know, like sharing anything that we should know?
I think another significant thing that people kind of remember through my journey was, if you guys recall, when I was going through my journey, I vlogged everything. So I was at that time, this is not to do with the cancer. Well, still, okay. So I was at that time in a really a big relationship. I was with someone that I was, I thought like was my world and I was gonna be married to, and I ended up having my heart broken at that time.
Oh.
I was betrayed, and then we ended up breaking up. I got cheated on. Okay, so they got scared that I wasn't gonna survive.
Can
so
you please tell
did.
people that are going through relationship, because I feel like someone's watching and probably they've lost someone through this cancerous process. Like, you know what I mean? Like something like.
Let me tell you, I was devastated when that person left me, especially when I was battling for my life. It was like the ultimate betrayal in my mind. Actually, it wasn't as if they left me, because I found out that they cheated first before we got into a big thing, and I broke up with them, and then I found out that they had cheated. It was weird. I had already
Was it easy leaving this person? Be honest. Please.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't. I cried a lot. I was devastated. I was broken.
Okay.
Literally the hardest thing. I've never had a breakup that bad. I was devastated because they had been with me through the whole thing, right? And then for them to do something like that, it was hard. And I felt like, God, why? How, why would this happen? I went through a little bit of a depression while I was going through that.
What?
Oh, yeah.
During battling cancer?
Yeah. People were so mad at him, like, this guy does he want her to die? She's already going through enough. But you know what? I realized I'm not going to die because of somebody. No, I have a life to live. I have people watching me. I have so much more to do in this world. Amen. And I'm going to show this individual what God has available for me.
Amen.
And, sometimes, I think a lot of times, we have a plan of what our future is like. But sometimes God places people in our lives for a temporary moment.
Okay.
But we see them as a permanent moment. Okay. We put them in the place of permanence when they're temporary.
Yes.
And I did that. I thought that this person, because they had been with me through such a hard battle, was a permanent person. And because they were kind. They were sweet. And I still till this day believe that person is a good person.
Good person, yes.
But I think that God had to take him away from me, because after me and him separated, that's when my healing came. Sometimes we are holding something in our lives that can stop our blessings. And when that thing is released, our blessings come in. And it was literally after our breakup, like a bit after, that I received my healing. So I'm not to say, even though I was hurt and that what I did was despicable, and I'm still disgusted by it, but this person, I have forgiven them. I forgive them. And I know that God had better in store for me. God had something more suited for my life. And now I have my boo,
How long after did you meet your boo? Because somebody's watching. Lord, when is my coming? Oh, Lord. Where is my coming? Oh, yeah, sorry.
I literally felt like I wasn't ever going to get into a relationship again.
Oh, don't say that.
Even though I wanted a relationship, but I thought, I'm so done. Guys are horrible.
Tell us how long after.
9 months.
So you birthed right at
9 months?
That's someone's pregnancy. Is it 9 months?
It was weird because we had met each other.
Okay.
We had met each other previous to that.
Okay,
like 4 months after my breakup, I met him. But I was in a place of hate, towards men. I was just like...
Poor guy.
I didn't give him a chance.
Yeah. Poor guy.
It's crazy.
Poor guy.
The first day he met me, he said that he knew he was going to marry me.
You guys want to see his face?
I didn't say that the first day I met
you. told me. You told me.
You know what? I think you should come in this for a bit.
You can. No, he didn't tell me on the first day. He told me later.
Okay, later.
He told me that after we got back together.
I'm not that bold.
He's not that bold, but he told me later. Babe, that's not what I meant. I didn't mean that you told me on the first day.
Oh, God.
He said that. He told me that the first day he met me, he knew he was going to meet me. He didn't tell me on the first day. Because on the first day, he was shy.
Okay.
This guy was stumbling over himself.
He's still shy.
He's still shy. He was stumbling over himself. He couldn't even look me in the face for too long. But he said when I met you, now that we're together, he's like, when I met you, I knew I was gonna marry you. So then, and he's a Christian too.
Wow.
So
and his name is what?
Christian.
Wow, that's such a beautiful name.
So it's crazy too because after I told him I couldn't do it, like I literally cut things off. I was just going through a lot of pain and I still was healing.
Where'd you meet him?
Where? Symposium.
Where's that?
A restaurant.
Oh, okay. So after this, if you want to go eat, go eat. Go eat.
You know?
Okay.
He actually prayed.
Aww.
After I broke up with him and everything, he prayed to God and he cried and he said he told God that, God, I thought she was for me and if she is, please bring her back and if she's not, then...
So did you go back?
I did.
How did you do that?
That's the crazy part.
Okay.
That's the crazy part.
Okay.
It was like, okay, so I had just...
It was in November, we had our date.
Yeah, but it was
Okay.
after that, babe. After
November.
after we got
March, you contacted me.
yeah.
Okay.
So in March,
Okay.
this
So
is
in November you guys had a date, and November is when you got your healing.
when I received my healing.
Isn't that a
notice.
coincidence?
She just received it.
She
She just received it. So you see how God works?
I know.
He's not playing.
So listen. So
She's gonna say.
so he had prayed, and there was actually 2 girls that he thought he was gonna be with or
Okay,
dating. He was
okay.
gonna see. He cut them off.
Oh wow.
After he met me, he was like, no, like, I like this girl. Like, so he prayed that I would come back. And in March, for some reason, the night before, I had a dream about him. When I went to bed, I had a dream about him. And I hadn't even thought about him anymore since then. You know, I was attracted to him, everything, but I was like, no, that's done. I had a dream. And in that dream, God told me to call Christian. I still had his number. I saved his number. I still didn't delete it yet. And I was like, how am I going to call Christian? I didn't even realize that I still had his number. And so, and then my friend that morning, which one of my best friends, Charlene, and she will tell you this, it's crazy, called me and said, I have something to tell you. And I said, what? And she's like, you're going to think this is crazy. She's like, I think I know who your husband is. And I said, what are you talking about? She's like, I had a dream. I think Christian's your husband. God told me Christian's your husband. I was like, what are you talking about? So it was
need
like
spiritual friends. Please, where are my spiritual friends?
she told me, Charlene, she's like, Christian is your husband. God told me, and she's like, I know you don't feel it right now. I know you're scared, but he is. You have to call him. And I said, you know what's weird? I just dreamt about him. I said, I just dreamt about him, and God told me to call him.
Wow.
So here I am.
Yes, sweetheart.
I swallowed my pride.
Yes.
Because here I broken his heart.
Yes.
I told him I didn't.
Poor man.
I'm like, oh my God, is this guy going to even care? Is this guy gonna...
Was he receptive at first?
So I sent him a long message. I didn't want to call first because my pride was swollen, but it wasn't that swollen.
Yeah.
So I messaged them and I was just like, Christian, it's bros, just in case you forgot. You know, I just want to say I'm sorry about how things ended. You know, it really hurts me how I let things go. I'm just going through a lot of pain, and I thought I was ready, but I'm not. And I think I need time. I needed time, and I've just, for some reason, you've been on my mind. And if you could at all forgive me and give me a second chance, please, I would love another chance. And he messaged me right away.
Right away?
Literally, it was like...
I was skeptical though. I said we'll see how it goes because I wasn't sure if
no, babe, this is what you said. He said, you know, I was really hurt and I didn't know
how to react to it.
How to receive this, but I did pray that you would contact me back. So the fact that you contacted me back, I would be willing for another chance. And we'll see how this goes. And now we together. My parents loved him.
Aww.
And
yes.
We haven't really announced this yet, but he asked for my hand in marriage.
I get the juice.
The jewel is not on the finger.
Okay, but I got the juice first. But yes, okay. We thank God. We thank God. Happy ending. Wow. Okay, one more thing that was bubbling in my mind. You said your dad's a minister. Yeah, God was still able to use someone else to minister onto your life.
Oh yeah. Even the one thing I love about my dad is that he's very open to learning more.
Yes.
And I remember I was on the stage and Pastor Chris was coming up and I said, my dad's a minister. I love my dad. It's because of my dad instilling faith in me that I was able to even get this far.
Okay.
But Pastor Chris taught me something else. I love my dad, but Pastor Chris taught me something else. You need to understand that all the pastors, well, not all, a lot of pastors have spiritual gifts, but they don't know everything. Some pastors hear differently than other pastors. My dad might hear something that another pastor might not hear. You know, Pastor Chris hears something, my dad doesn't. So even my dad learned from my journey. Yes. And he wasn't mad. He wasn't upset. He said, you know, I thank the Lord for Pastor Chris. Yes. My dad said, I thank the Lord for Pastor Chris being able to instill this kind of faith in my daughter. Yes. And he knows that he's helped me. He knows, oh my God, my dad literally was my rock. Aww. Literally was my rock through this whole thing. Like literally, I loved my whole family. My whole family was there for me. My sisters, my dad. When it comes to the Word of God through this journey, was my dad. Man. From start to end.
Shout outs to you, Daddy.
Shout outs to you, Dad. I love you. Seriously. Yes. You know, but he knows too that there are spiritual leaders that are more advanced, and he's more than open and receptive to that.
Wow. We thank God. Rose, Abena. That was Rose, Abena. Abena Rose.
Abena Rose.
Abena Rose. And honestly, Abena, thank you so much for sharing your journey.
Of course.
I need y'all to go and follow Rose on her platform.
Yeah.
I'm going to be nagging her for you guys to give you all the remedies. I know this is going to touch millions and millions of people's lives. But one thing I want to tell you is your spirit is a different spirit in a sense of way where it's your faith has set you free.
Amen.
As Exodus said, the enemies you see today, you shall see no more.
Amen.
And today, she was able to bless us on this platform.
Amen.
And I want to say thank you so much for coming.
Oh my God. Just thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. I watch this girl all the time. Like, I literally love her. I love her snaps and everything, and how your energy is always positive. And I told you, I think the first time I met her, I said that to her. I said, her energy is so positive, and I would watch her. Even when I was sick, I would watch your stuff.
Aww.
You know? Because that's what you need. You need positivity.
Yes.
So, you know, it was a pleasure being on here.
Thank you. And if there's anyone out there who wants to get to know Rose, can we inbox you?
Yeah.
Okay.
People inbox me all the time.
Okay.
Ask me questions. Whatever you need.
And someone else is coming in the video. Christian,
I'm not-
yeah, you are.
I'm not even looking.
No,
good.
it's fine. Come on, Christian.
We just came from a church
Yes,
service,
come.
and he was all wearing his suit and
No,
had his
honestly, Christian-
bow tie and everything on, and then he
Right here.
undid it all. He wasn't expecting to be on here. So.
Yes.
I took it off because I was comfortable with Beethoven.
Yes, this is Christian and Beethoven, right?
This is our puppy.
Beethoven, yeah.
Beethoven.
Our crazy puppy.
I had to keep him occupied while you guys were doing this.
Yes. Thank you for keeping him occupied. Yes, what a cute couple. I think next interview is going to be interracial couple. That's my next interview, guys. Tell me if you guys want me to do this video. Yeah.
Seriously?
Yes. Probably one
You
question.
want to.
One question. I have one question, so it could be interesting. Tell me what it's like dating. Actually, no. Who should I ask? Abena or Christian? This one's gonna be hard still. Okay. What's the culture difference? Let's
I don't have culture.
Okay.
It's just Canadian. It's just nothing.
Okay, so let's say for instance, going into a Ghanaian home, like let me. It's true. I like how you said there's no culture. Are you Canadian?
Yeah.
Strictly Canadian.
That's it.
That's it.
Well, his background is Scottish and English.
Okay, Scottish and
British.
English. Okay, so when you went to, let's say, Abena's home, usually Africans have a way of doing things. Like, is there a culture shock a bit?
Not in the home. That really shocked me. It was more so like the church.
The church.
The
The church.
The church was really different compared to the churches I go to.
How was it like? Like, what's the difference?
Oh, I've never heard praying in tongues before, to be honest. I've heard
Wow,
about it, but
okay.
I've never seen it.
See,
Shocked by
some
the-
churches don't even teach tongues.
Wow, and that's the power. Wow.
Never heard that before.
Okay, so do you speak tongues now?
No.
Okay. Well, Rose is
I'm
gonna.
working
Rose,
on
yeah,
that.
right. Rose is working on it. Rose is gonna work on it.
I'll loosen up my jaw a bit for that.
Okay. So one more thing. We want to know one more thing about you. Tell us about yourself. Okay, about yourself. Tell us about yourself first.
Okay. Well, obviously, my name is Christian. I'm a woodworker from Chatham, Ontario, living in Hamilton at the moment. I moved there to be close to her while she's in school.
Oh my God.
From London.
Lord,
We're from
where's my
Arena.
prayer points? Yeah, continue.
My family's all in well, actually, some of it in Chatham, some spread across Canada. Like she said, Scottish, English heritage. Although the ones that are from there immediately are a little distant into the ancestry, but mostly from Canada.
Most okay.
In terms of what else to say at this point,
You don't have no clue.
But
Let's
okay,
not speak.
I'm gonna ask him something.
Okay, go ahead.
What made you fall for me, and what made you realize that you wanted to marry me?
now you're gonna light up. The spotlight's on me now. Well, was this the first date? I just noticed how genuine you were. And it just didn't feel like there was any lies or anything hidden, anything I needed to worry about that wasn't true about you.
I'm pretty open.
Aww.
What was the next one?
What's the next one?
What do you love about me?
Why don't I love about you? That's the real question.
Oh! I like that one. What don't I love about you?
Oh,
Anymore?
there's lots to love about her.
Aww.
Unless you get her mad. But then that's a different story.
Yes, okay. Honestly, I need to bring you guys back when you guys come back to Toronto and talk with you guys like one-on-one. Like probably we have like 3 cameras, all that jazz. Because I feel like this would be a beautiful testimony as well.
Yeah.
And to share your journeys. Do you know how to speak Tree?
I want to say a few words, but at this moment, in this pressure, I probably.
Oh, how do you say I love you?
Oh my gosh.
He practiced that. He actually said it to my mom.
I did.
When he saw my mom, he said it, and she's like, oh.
Walking up, I said it 20 times. I was like, something nice.
So at least tell us one or something, or just tell him to tell us.
Do you remember anything I tell you?
Love you when I did, but like I said, under pressure right now, I wouldn't be able to have that.
Okay, tell him for us.
Mid-double.
Mid-double. Yeah.
Mid-double.
Say again.
Mid-double.
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 Okay, and thank you so much for also bringing her. Honestly, I can't wait to. I want to be first class wedding. I want to be there first.
Oh yeah, you're definitely gonna be there.
Yes. And is there? Are you guys comfortable telling your age? Are you comfortable telling your age?
Yeah.
How old are you?
28.
28, and Rose.
I'm currently 30.
You're currently 30. You don't look 30.
I don't look 30.
You ain't cracking.
You don't crack at 30.
No.
You don't crack at 30.
Well, in our generation, they think you crack at 30, but you look beautiful.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see your kids. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Everyone says that.
Yes, I'm not waiting for anything else.
He's 2 years younger than me, and I used to never date younger guys ever because I thought that they were all immature. But he's more mature than the older guys I dated, literally. Mm-hmm. And I think it's just a matter of finding someone that shares your spirit.
Hey!
Kiss you.
Kiss you. You know, it's just a matter of finding someone that shares your spirit. Toss away all those rules that you have, because the person that you find might not even fit in any of those rules, and they'll fit you perfectly.
Yes. Okay, this is called for another interview. Rose?
I'm actually wearing my bow tie or something else.
You know what? Feel comfortable, feel free. So I think we're going to end it off here. I would like to say this. I hope you guys a prosperous longevity. Also, I want you guys to inspire us. Continue to post.
Amen.
Continue to share your journey, Rose. And Christian, please take good care of my sister. Thank you. All right, guys. That was Eve's Eye with Abena, Rose, and now Christian. And now we're ending off. And Beethoven. Keep watching
Eve's Eye. You say it. Keep watching
Eve's Eye. It's still beautiful though. Okay, let me see. Okay, this way. Okay, let me see.
Oh gosh, this reminds me of reminds me of when I was sick. I would have a lot of hot flashes.
Yeah. Oh my God.
The chemo when I started chemo. Literally I'd be fine. I'd be freezing one moment, and the next moment
hot flashes,
and it wasn't like regular. I would have sweat dripping down my face like wow.